Snapchat is a growing corporation valued at $19 billion and ranked the fourth largest social media network according to Business Insider. But like any other photo sharing site, controversies have left people questioning the legitimacy of the app. So our question remains, is Snapchat a prevalent form of social media? We started with the question, what is social media?
I would define social media as any form of communication or media platform that allows users to interact or spread a message.
I would say social media is a form of communication that breaks formal standards.
Well, you know, there are a lot of different ways to think about social media. If you are a media historian, which actually I am, back in the old days I used to do a lot of work in media history, but social media were a big change because they completely rewired the way people related to information and related to each other.
The variety of definitions made it clear that people use apps like Snapchat for many reasons.
I think Snapchat filled a gap in the industry that users wanted. They wanted really fast images, they wanted to share photos and videos, and none of the other services available at the time were providing that to them. And I think there's huge potential for live streaming through Snapchat that will be useful for businesses and companies as well as individuals.
I get a lot of messages or snaps from other people, but in terms of me actually sending stuff out, I rarely do.
I mostly use it for quick communication, so it's a lot faster than texting or calling, obviously. So if I'm meeting up with someone, just a quick hey or something like that.
You know, Snapchat is just a really quick, private, personal way to kind of show somebody where you're at, what you're doing, or your face. You know, it's video, audio, it's very quick and small and ephemeral, right? It's got that ephemeral quality to it.
Because a majority of teens and young adults use Snapchat, opinions seem to vary on the pros and cons of an app so prevalent throughout our society.
I think socially it can be viewed as a con because people are just using Snapchat as a method of social interaction rather than actually physically interacting with people. But in another way, it's a great tool to connect people.
In general, that effective technologies and platforms and behaviors that strengthen human relationships are powerful and positive. I don't see them as a distraction at all. I see them as an amplification, something that actually increases the engagement and the intensity.
The most appealing aspects of Snapchat are in their latest updates, which allow users to view stories from all around the world. But how are these updates affecting people?
I love those updates because a lot of the times when you're reading about other places, it's not necessarily about the people. It has positively affected us in the way that we're brought together, you know, just as human beings.
It's interesting to see like a more street view of things, because I think like sometimes, like, of course you can see like news from different countries, but seeing like just like a group of people taking Snapchats and like it goes to like that story, whatever it does, I think it's more interesting because you get like a more personal view of it.
Overall, Snapchat's growing influence leaves us with two questions. Is Snapchat the massive sharing site people are making it out to be, or is it just an overblown fad waiting to pass?